Welcome back to part 4 of a fast conversation about the Fast and Furious. I'm Korbin Zvokel,
I'm Jackson Mahuron.
and Jackson and I just watched Fast and Furious, ampersand Fast and Furious,
Yeah.
aka the fourth one. And we're going to be talking about it for exactly 10 minutes. Jackson, you'd never seen Fast and Furious.
No.
Are you ready to get into this?
I'm so ready. Let's talk about it.
Really excited about this one.
Let's do it.
Pivotal film. Setting the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. Letty dies in this one, Jackson.
Yeah.
Were you surprised? Did you know that was going to happen?
I was confused when it happened because, like, they show up for the heist in the beginning, and I'm like,
Mm.
oh, buddy, we're back. And then, like, maybe I checked my phone, and the next thing I know, she's dead. I'm like, did I miss something crazy here? Like, what is happening?
It is insane because I knew it was going to happen, obviously, but I
Yeah.
didn't remember how early it happened in the movie.
It's
There's, like you said, it opens with the traditional like Fast and Furious Justin Lin thing where you like have a set piece in the middle of a desert.
It was cool.
The
I
next
liked
movie literally opens the same way. It's like
Awesome.
nobody's around
Cool.
and there's just a big fucking set piece. And I think the sixth one does as well. And Letty's there and she's doing badass shit as she always does. And then literally so what happens is they like split up. Dom's like, it's too dangerous for me to be around you. So Letty goes back to LA. And then the next scene, maybe we get a Brian scene. And then like the next time we see Dom, he's getting a phone call. Letty's been murdered.
And it's like, all right. Cool.
What do you think about that as a story choice, Jackson?
First of all, I'm just thrilled to have Vin Diesel back to the point
That's
where
true.
like
It's exciting to see. I mean, we haven't seen him in 2 movies.
I never thought I'd say this ever, but I think these movies need Vin Diesel. Like he's like a huge missing part of this. Like the Brian Dom like dynamic is amazing anytime they're on screen together. But like, yeah, his path of vengeance and like determination, I think is like a really fun way to get his character back in. I mean, it sucks that they have to fridge Letty, but
yeah, exactly. It's like it's unfortunate that a female character and also like the main female, like, yes, you have Mia still, but she doesn't drive, right? So like,
yeah, exactly.
They bring in Gal Gadot in this movie, which we'll talk about, but like Michelle Rodriguez is the main female representation, and she just gets killed off, which is really sucky. It's clear they just like felt that was the only story thing that would make sense to bring Brian and Dom, who were so at odds together. Like they needed some sort of drive. It's really unfortunate, but I think Justin Lin said he was like, when I filmed that opening scene, I was like, shit, Michelle Rodriguez is so good. I love working with her.
She's great. Yeah.
And I wish I hadn't have to kill her off. And it is they bring her back. I mean, we can address that fact. You know that, right? Like, she's back. I'm not gonna say when, but yeah, we'll get into it.
What are these movies? She's coming back. The other dead person's coming back. We love
lots of dead people. We do see Han in the beginning of this movie, but he notes, oh man, I've never been to Tokyo. I'd love to go there. Makes it very clear.
So stupid. Also, I will say this week when I saw Guardians, the Fast X trailer was playing on the big screen, and I was giggling the whole time watching it because it's just like I see now how it gets to there, but like it's still so ridiculous.
Well, the beautiful thing is about that trailer is the events that are unfolding in flashback in it are from Fast 5, our next movie. So you'll finally you'll understand everything.
Let's
go. You'll know where to place Momoa. This movie takes place in the beginning in the Dominican Republic, but then also primarily back in LA, as well as a Mexico setting.
Yeah.
You had predicted, organized crime in Europe. We got it wrong a little bit. It's Mexico. The interesting thing here, the crime syndicate doesn't really care about the honor of racing this time around. They had to
it's more of a convenience thing for them. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, they just kill their drivers every time is like the whole thing.
And they're like, they're driving like through a mountain tunnel so they can cross the border without getting detected. And it's like, there's got to be easier ways to do this, right? Like crazy. Most drugs come through planes. Like this is wild.
The IMDb description of this movie is just Brian O'Connor, back working for the FBI in Los Angeles, teams up with Dominic Toretto to bring down a heroin importer by infiltrating his operation. And I read that before the movie. I was like, oh shit, this is like the heroin movie. This is some serious stuff. I mean, smuggling drugs across the border. But it's really that thing of like, your villains have to be worse than your heroes, but our heroes are not necessarily good people. Like Dom Toretto at the end of this movie goes to prison still. So like they have to like put them at odds with the worst possible person in Braga and Laz Alonso.
At the end though,
Mother's Milk.
Is it implied that they break him out like off of that bus, or like that they're just like with
wait for Fast Five, man. Wait for the opening of Fast Five. Things will pick up simultaneously from that moment. It's beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah. What else? Any other thoughts about this movie? What else you got, man?
Gal Gadot and Vin Diesel in a scene, like there's like this one scene where they're just like talking to each other, and I turned to Abby and I was like, this is the worst possible acting combination you could have on screen for two people. It was so dry and so not
this is early Gal Gadot stuff. I mean, and 2009.
No hate to her. I still feel like she can't act, but man, she has improved a ton compared to what we have in this.
Yeah, they're trying to give him some sort of like sexual chemistry in this as well, and like a weird like.
But is she buying into it at all? Like, I don't know. It was weird.
Strange. It's.
Do they
go
try
away
to pair them later?
They go away. That's over. That's
okay.
Done. Yeah, it's over.
I thought that was ridiculous.
Gal Gadot does get paired up with somebody, but I don't want to spoil who it is.
Oh, okay. All right.
She does find love in a hopeless place.
Oh, all right. I gotta say, John Ortiz, he's in the Silver Linings Playbook. It was super surprising to see him as like the bad guy, but even weirder to have the reveal be that he is the bad guy, even though I don't like. It was like, okay,
it didn't seem like that big of a reveal. I agree.
It wasn't that consequential. It was kind of stupid. I don't know. Like I didn't see the point of that.
Yeah, I mean, like some awful police work from the FBI in this, or not the FBI. Yeah, the FBI. It's just some terrible police work here. That dickhead. Yeah, it's sending them in. Who's that guy?
Goofy.
What is his name?
His name is Ramon Campos.
No. The dude that works for the FBI.
I don't know.
Regardless, we got to keep moving on. Laz Alonso, Mother's Milk from The Boys. Jackson.
Yeah.
Is the worst guy. He's Letty's murderer.
To be honest, didn't even realize that was him. That's fun.
That is him. Doesn't he looks so young? He's like so much skinnier. Yeah. Also the star of Avatar in the same year. And Michelle Rodriguez, I guess she was maybe too busy filming Avatar. That's what she picked up and as a result of this. Who knows?
Weird.
All right. Final thoughts on this movie. Anything?
I think now that we're back to like the good chemistry of Dom and Brian, this feels like one of the better ones. I think this is like my second favorite out of the four that we've seen. I'm not saying it's good. I just think it's one of the. It was more captivating for me this time than the past two have been.
I think this is either my least favorite or second to least favorite. Just because I hate like the story of it and like the
story's not great.
In the scheme of things and the script, and it's just like this one is so bland to me.
Totally.
I will say the action is pretty solid. I think the opening set piece, while ridiculous, the whole spinning tanker that he drives.
It was awesome. Yeah, and he times it so he can go underneath. Oh, I forgot about that. It was so stupid.
This low. The race to join the crew through the LA streets where like Brian's like lost and above and overpasses and he has to fucking take out a porch.
That was crazy when they were like, how are you clearing the streets? They're like, we're not. And it's like, oh, all right. Like that's kind of interesting.
And then the mine shafts are crazy. And of course,
that's so stupid. That was so
impaling that dude at the end is great.
Man.
But yeah, I just think because they like literally go back on everything in this movie, like this is we have to reunite the characters, Brian, and this is the last time Brian and Dom are like at odds, really.
Yeah.
So that's important to the story, but like I feel like it's such a nothing movie. It was one that I never really saw, so maybe it just like doesn't have that significance to me, like as opposed to the other ones meant something more. Rank the titles. This is Fast ampersand Furious.
This one sucks. This one's going last for me.
Okay, last place.
To look it up is impossible.
I just always type Fast and Furious 4 or like Fast 4.
Yeah, if you type Fast and Furious, they assume you mean the main one.
Yeah,
and then
even though it
like,
is the Fast
even on
and
Letterboxd just now, I just scroll like 10 movies just to get to this.
Google doesn't care if you use articles. That's a search engine problem.
It's so stupid.
Unfortunate. What's gonna happen in Fast 5?
Are they going to Europe this time? I doubt they're going to Canada. Like that'd be weird.
This is the best setting in a Fast and Furious movie. They're going to Rio de Janeiro.
Ooh,
This is Brazil.
Okay.
And
that feels right for Fast.
Do you know
and
what
Furious.
else happens in this movie, Jackson?
What?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson joins the franchise.
Oh
We
my
are in
God.
for a big one. I think we might be having a guest. We'll see if our favorite capper of the two of us has time to join us. The favorite capper has to join to hop in. Cody, he loves Fast Five, and it's a classic.
I'm so excited.
Best cast of characters yet, I will say.
Really? That. Okay.
Ocean's 11. Boom. Peace.
Ocean's 11.
Time.
Wow.